everyone. I am Dr. Shweta Sharma, working as an assistant professor of physiotherapy at Manav Rachna International Institute of Research and Studies, Faridabad. Firstly, I would like to thank the organizer and the team of Youth Physio Webicon of 2020 to provide the platform to share my views on COVID-19 and mental health. COVID-19, as we all are aware of it, COVID-19, it is the novel coronavirus disease originated in Wuhan city of China, and it has spread at such a rate, put billions of people into lockdown. WHO, even the World Health Organization, has declared it as pandemic. It is a major health crisis which is affecting several nations of the world. This widespread outbreak is not only affecting the physical health, but it is having adverse mental health consequences. According to Bayer et al. 2020, COVID-19 is an infectious disease which is associated with psychological distress and mental illness. So if I talk about the mental health, yes, I'll talk about the word stress as well. Stress. Stress has a profound effect on population in COVID-19, and it is associated with insomnia, depression and anxiety. According to the researchers, among various mental health symptoms, anxiety is the common one. Researchers have highlighted that the use of antidepressants, anti-anxiety and anti-insomnia medication use has increased by 21% in only March 2020. According to the data of the survey 2020, nearly 7 in 10 employees indicated that COVID-19 pandemic is the most stressful time in their professional front. If I talk about the education sector, schools, colleges, universities, all are in lockdown phase to protect all the faculties and students, to protect all from this infectious disease. Transition of classes and evaluation have been done from offline to online mode. It has caused a tremendous level of stress among faculties as well as students. Yes, of course, being a teacher and healthcare professional, my concern is about my students. If I talk particularly about the students, then this stress is having a huge effect on their learning as well as their psychological health. And there are so many students who are studying far away from their homes. A huge concern is about the well-being of their families, of their relatives, in spite of their own safety and education. It has a serious impact on the careers of this year's students. At this stage, mental health is a topic of growing interest in society. There is a saying that there is no mental health without the mental well-being. Yes, mental health refers to the cognitive and emotional well-being. It can affect the daily life, relationships, and even physical health. Physiotherapy is a significant profession within mental health because the role and added value is clear among all and other healthcare providers as well. Physiotherapy is a recognized profession within healthcare, and it can offer extensive range of physical approaches. These approaches are aimed at relief of symptoms, improving self-confidence and quality of life. Hence, it is relevant to rehabilitation programs in mental health care. As healthcare provider, physiotherapists are also involved in prevention and promotion of health, including mental health. Consciously or unconsciously, physios will be confronted in their practice with the individuals with frail mental health, chronic musculoskeletal disorders. In the stories of the patients, components of mental health are interwoven and they deserve appropriate physiotherapy intervention. Individuals with mental disorders have numerous physical health complaints like cardiovascular disease, obesity, osteoporosis, etc. According to IOPTMH, that is International Organization of Physical Therapy in Mental Health, they have developed a definition that describes the field of physiotherapy in mental health. Physiotherapy in mental health is a specialty within physiotherapy. It is person-centered and provided for children, adolescents, adults and older people, which enhances physical activity, psychic and emotional rebalancing, improving the posture, respiration and concentration. Various approaches like pilates, yoga, psychomotor therapy, psychosomatic physiotherapy approach, basic body awareness, they all can be used to improve the mental health of the individual. So I will put my best efforts to provide you an insight into why physiotherapy is important and needs to give more attention in the field of physiotherapy. Physiotherapy. There are 3 categories of mental health physiotherapy, that is physical activity, chronic pain treatment, body and mind connection. So there are so many benefits of exercises in mental health patients, which includes anxiety, depression, emotion and mood, dementia, self-esteem, cognitive functioning, sleep, smoking cessation and neuroinflammation. So exercise. In anxiety, exercise training, it can reduce to treat the anxiety, and single exercise sessions even can result in reductions in the state of anxiety. Depression. The antidepressant effect of exercise can be of the same magnitude as that found for other psychotherapeutic interventions. For emotion and mood, physical activity and exercise have consistently been associated with positive mood and affect. For dementia, physical activity has been shown to be inversely associated with cognitive decline. Self-esteem. Yes, for self-esteem, exercise work. Exercise can be used as a medium to promote physical self-worth and other important physical self-perceptions such as body image. In some situations, this improvement is accompanied by improved self-esteem. In case of cognitive functioning, the majority of the studies show that fit older adults display better cognitive performance than less fit older adults. For sleep, individuals who exercise regularly have a lower risk of disturbed sleep, but causal effects are less well established in the researches. In case of smoking cessation, there is increasing in evidence according to the researchers that single sessions of exercise at low to moderate intensity, that is walking, it can help temporary abstainers to cope with withdrawal symptoms and nicotine cravings. And neuroinflammation. Exercise has a neuroprotective and anti-inflammatory effect on the brain and stress-related neuropsychiatric pathologies. So, physiotherapy treatment for chronic pain according to the clinical guidelines are exercise therapy decreases the chronic pain very effectively. It helps in neuropsychiatric conditions also through various relaxation exercises and mindful based techniques. Physiotherapy has given a concept that is body and mind connection, and they can develop this connection between body and mind very well through the exercises. For example, breathing exercises. Anxious or depressed individuals breathe only from the upper chest in a shallow fashion, whereas individuals who have an integrated mind-body system breathe deeply from the diaphragm. This is an empowering adjunctive treatment for the mental health challenges. Diaphragmatic breathing. It decreases an excessively active sympathetic nervous system. When we practice it, it appropriately energizes the sympathetic nervous system on the inhale, and exhale appropriately engages the parasympathetic system, according to Brown in 2009. So, we can use this technique to treat asthma as well, anxiety. It produces significantly less anxiety and depression, according to the researchers. And we can also help the patient in mental rehab program through posture re-education. It has been found, according to the researchers, that patients with recurrent major depressive disorders, that is MMD, they have greater postural misalignment than the non-recurrent ones. So, we can work on their posture as well. Physiotherapists retrain the patient to engage in a better posture, which through biofeedback can have a positive effect on one's mind. So, we can say now that physiotherapist in a mental health team is imperative. Thank you.